Hello, you wonderful people, and welcome back to Twisted Veil, a Through the Breach campaign presented by Ink and Lyre. As always, before we dive into our wonderful, fantastic, all happy thoughts, nothing bad ever happens adventure, we have some announcements. Unfortunately, Nemo / Deanna cannot be with us today. She got her quarantine shot and is feeling pretty under the weather. So instead, Meave / CJ is going to be doing our announcements. Take it away.
Hi, everyone. Filling in for Deanna today. I just have a few announcements for you before we can get started. We're back. And we missed you all. We're so excited to be here. We got to have a shout out to our partners first off in 9 Realms Gaming. They create top-notch gaming accessories from the finest woods this realm has to offer. Dice vaults, dice trays, dice towers, hero vaults, the whole 9 yards. You can visit their website now and use our exclusive partner code at Lyre10 to get 10% off at 9realmsgaming.com. Follow us on our social media. Use exclamation point socials to check out Ink and Lyre on all of our social channels. Or if you'd like to follow the cast, you can use exclamation point Twisted Cast and you can follow the entire cast of Twisted Veil. Speaking of socials, happy Pride Month. If you look on our Twitter, we are currently doing a giveaway of one of our School of Magic shirts, which is really pretty. It's got a lot of rainbow colors on it. So visit our Twitter for a chance to win. Now, don't forget to contribute those scrolls to our community challenge. We can bring a Snonk tarot card from our Fates End show into this world. You can make it a reality. We are like over 70% there. We've made a lot of progress. Our total goal is 800,000 points, and you guys are doing it. So I am very happy for us. Shout out to Sirenscape for all of our ambient sounds, music, and their online player that we use on stream as well. If you'd like to catch up on all of our shows, you can subscribe to us on YouTube. The command for that is exclamation point YouTube. Like our show, join us on Discord. You can come chat with our community and cast members at any time. It's totally free. The links to our Discord are in the About tab on our Twitch profile, or you can pull it up by using the command exclamation point Discord. We have a lot of fun there. There's an area for you to post your works in progress, and we just like to chat about our days and hang out. So we have a big announcement today. In a celebration of our 1,000 follower goal, we are doing a 24-hour stream. I know. I am one of your hosts. It is going to be a ton of fun. We're going to have a variety of cast members coming in, streaming, guesting for bits and pieces of that 24-hour stream. And then we'll have one host from each of our shows, and you can come watch us suffer for the full 24 hours. And I mean suffer happily. Let's make this very clear, but we will be awake for an entire day. Come join us for the chaos on June 25th. Now, I need to shout out also to Ounce's Music, a musical artist who is responsible for the majority of our soundtrack. If you like his stuff, or you really want to hear how awesome the music is, check him out on Bandcamp, Twitter, Instagram, and SoundCloud. That's Ounce's Music. Just a reminder, there is no Iron Valor this week. Iron Valor will be returning on June 23rd. Brandon from Fates End and Iron Valor will be DMing our brand new Candlekeep Mysteries campaign. Something I'm also super excited for. He's going to be joined by Christian, Raina, James, Dylan, Max, and me, CJ. So if you haven't seen it yet, we're going to show you all the new Candlekeep Mysteries trailer. Now, let's roll that beautiful footage.
All right, here's a disclaimer, CJ.
Yep, everyone, we are back, and the last thing we need to talk about is our viewer discretion, which is advised. We got a few disclaimers here because we care a lot about all of you, and we want you to take care of yourself. Twisted Veil is intended for mature audiences and engages with the following triggering themes. Consumer discretion is advised. Ink and Lyre encourages all of you who may struggle with these themes to seek the appropriate support that you need and deserve. We love you. If any of this sounds like something that you're not feeling, we'll see you next time. Don't worry about it. Take care of yourself first. So, possible themes that may be in this episode: violence, gore, drug use, adult themes, adult language, sickness, horror, gaslighting, and various phobias. In addition to that, Through the Breach does take place partially in the real world and is set in 1902. Twisted Veil acknowledges the traumatic events that happened during this time, and in an effort not to erase this, it may come up in game. In this episode, there may be some discussion of an asylum that's reflective of the time period. We're not going there tonight either, but it is possible that it'll come up. So that's about it as far as the serious talk. Can't wait to get started. I'm going to hand it over to Brent.
All right, let's rock it. So, last time, okay, drop the ball a little bit there. That's fine. Let's get into it. So, last time on Twisted Veil, Nemo and Toby snuck into the Tattler, where they found some interesting information on a recent necromancer movement within the quarantine zone. The party also had their first experience with the Explorer Society, where Lord Cooper saw Frey as a wonderful hunting opportunity. Meanwhile, Toby and Meave investigated Concept's origins despite its request not to do so. Afterwards, everyone headed back to meet at the gallows, where their evening is coming to an end. So, we set the scene back at the gallows. It's late in the evening. We've had a fairly intense day on multiple parts. You guys can have a little bit of time to come together, talk, catch up a little bit before heading to bed, or we can just get right to it.
Sitting around the table, Ellie is sharing drinks, right, with folks, passing drinks around. But over the course of the evening, at some point in time, she just finishes her final drink, looks across to everyone who is there. All right, I'm going to bed. I think I've had enough, and we're going to have a morning. So I'll see you up there. And she'll head over to the bedroom area.
Right. Well, I guess Ellie's probably right. We should probably get some sleep. It's been fun, though. I mean, not the whole day, actually. Most of the day was shit, but the last, hour or two has been great.
It's been a day. I'm ready to hit the hay. I need to sleep off this All this alcohol.
The dude wants
Yeah,
to
it's a good
hump.
idea. I'm gonna. Oh yeah, no.
Oh, no. It's time to go to bed. Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's go to bed.
I'm not gonna talk about that right now. And you kind of swerves their way into the bedroom.
Who's the first one down the stairs?
It's up to you guys.
Me?
We were
I guess.
wait.
Trevor and I both went for it at the same time.
We were sitting at the bar doing this.
Yeah,
okay.
we were in the.
Okay.
We
I
were
see.
around a
In that
table,
case.
I think.
Yeah, I see. I remember now.
Yeah, I guess it's me.
As Meave enters into the rooms that are our quarters, Ellie is just on the floor.
Oh right. Okay, Ellie, that's not where we need to be. Come on, let's go. Are you alive? Are you awake?
I am unconscious.
Shit. Okay. I still have training. I still have digits. All right. And Eva's gonna kneel down and kind of check the pulse. Is there a pulse?
There's a pulse, and a small orbish robot rolls out from behind one of the beds, looks at you, looks at Ellie. Its hand rotates into like sort of a shock cattle prod, and it's
Oh.
like,
Jesus. No, you wait. You wait, please. Please wait. That seems like it'd be unpleasant, but we might have to resort to. Okay, hold on. And just shakes Ellie's shoulder gently, because like at this point, Meave is slightly afraid that they'll break Ellie. So Ellie. Okay. That wasn't good. Yeah. So, no. All right. We need to get you to bed. That you said you knew how to deal with this, right? We're doing it tomorrow.
Oh, I'll be fine. I mean, yeah, we should deal with it.
I'll be fine.
The gun over there. It's something to do with the gun. I'm gonna lay down for a minute.
Yeah,
it was just the alcohol. It's the alcohol did it. Most of it.
I'm gonna help you to bed. You're not gonna, unless you feel like crawling. Oh Jesus, Ellie. And Meave is gonna kind of get her from under her arms and kind of try and pull her up. How's that go?
Heavy. Ellie is dense.
Try might be the like crawling might be the solution. Ellie, I am not the strong one here.
Yeah, I'm the strong one. Yeah. I'll crawl. I got it. Don't worry about it.
Well, do you want me to like call Frey? Because I could do that. But I could also not do that, and I'm sure that would probably be preferable for you.
It's
all right,
fine.
come on. Just get into bed. I'm going to get you some water.
Ellie crawls
and
into bed.
Wet cloth. And we're going to deal with this in the morning, because if you scare me like this again, I swear, and Meave is kind of like instant sober at this point, and is going to go into the bathroom, wet a rag, glass of water, back, and be like, okay, can you drink a little bit of water?
Yeah.
Okay.
she's pale. She's pretty sweaty.
Yeah. Meave is gonna take the cloth and like just dab away the sweat.
Who's sleeping in front of the door tonight?
I'll do it. It's fine. I'm sober now. I'll do it. Just get some rest. And is gonna put, after wiping away the sweat, just put it over her forehead and be like, Ellie, no, now's not the time. We're gonna take care of this. Go to sleep.
Ellie's asleep.
And it's just gonna kind of stand up and like open the door. Are you coming?
Yeah, I'm on my way. I stumble down the hall. I was rambling at the table, and I hold the door open, waiting for Tobias to come in.
Yeah, he stumbles down after. He doesn't want to be left alone. That's not fun. So he stumbles down after Frey.
All right.
So, then I slam the door shut and immediately pass out in front of the door, but not before pulling out the signed picture and just gently, like Like I sober up for a split second, gently put that by my head, and then you just hear a conk as my head hits the floor.
Looks like we know who's on the ground tonight.
I was gonna
Tobias
volunteer,
fall.
but nobody can open the door while he's there.
Yeah, no, where's snug as bugs on rugs, and Tobias falls on the bed. You tucked in Ellie. That's good. That's good. That's very good.
Right, go to bed. Do you want water? Fuck it. And Meave just goes and gets everyone water and sets water by everyone's bed, and then sets water by their bed, and it's just like, good night.
Passed out already. No good nights.
You guys have a sobering sleep, we'll say. When you wake up, all of your shoes have been removed and sort of placed by the door via the service of Kit. But the following morning is announced to the sound of heavy metal as screaming black metal turns on from Tobias's radio, waking you up at the crack of dawn, and it begins to kind of skitter around the floor like a mad clock.
Kill it! Kill it! Shoot it! Ellie is reaching for the Chesterfield.
Nah, wait. I got this.
It's running up the walls, like its spidery legs are like fucking hit the ceiling. It it stops for a few moments and like wiggles back and forth like it's fucking daring you to shoot it. It's daring you.
No, come on, little buddy. It's okay. No, we're up. You did a good job. Come on down.
It lands on the side table just in front of Toby, like ready to jump out of the way if you fire at it.
Nah. No, you're safe here. We're all friends here. You woke us up. You did a good job. I'm gonna fucking give it a few smacks on the side.
Good job.
You awake, aren't you?
Yeah, how much did I drink last night? My head hurts like hell.
That's on you. We're awake like we're supposed to be. And he's fiddling with the knobs on the radio.
Shh.
Quiet.
Who's your daddy?
Fuck's sake.
Me, you little fucking yeah.
All right. Breakfast.
Yeah. Anybody want eggs?
Oh, for the love of God, in a cup, please.
All right, cup of eggs.
I'm
These
coming
eggs.
with you.
Tobias, you want any eggs?
Yeah, give me. I'll be up in a second. Order me an egg, and I'll. He's continuing to fiddle with the radio.
Right.
Meave is gonna follow Ellie out into the.
Well, go up towards the kitchen.
All right. You guys head out through the secret passage into the kitchen. Ronan is chilling there. The second you show up, at this point, you've made eggs enough with Ronan that she just kind of scoots over and lets you come in, start helping.
Meave will hang by the doorway so as not to be a third cook in the kitchen. Kind of lean on the doorway. Good morning, Ronan.
Morning. She looks at Ellie and says, well, you look like shit.
Thanks. You too. Is that how we're starting today off? We're going to just exchange barbs? Going after each other?
I mean, I don't know. I thought I dressed up pretty nice this morning, but you got little patches on your head and covered in sweat. And...
I think this is how Ronan shows concern, Ellie. I mean, I don't know her well, but...
Well, it was just
All right,
an observation.
Things aren't going well, Ronan.
I mean, you might want to go see a doctor.
We're doing that this morning. Right, Ellie?
Yeah, I've had a pretty good doctor so far. I nod over towards Maeve.
Oh.
We're taking care of it.
Do you know what's wrong with her?
I think we do. I'm hoping we'll get it figured out today.
All right, well, you get that taken care of. I mean, dying in the bar is bad for business.
Okay. I'm sure that's it.
Ben, you don't want to see me die, Ronan, right?
Eggs are done.
All right. Scramble! Who wants scrambled? And I begin to go out and serve eggs to folks.
Maeve's gonna look over their shoulder at Ronan, smile, and be like, is there any one of us that isn't emotionally constipated? And walk off before she has the chance to say anything. I mean, she could say something after them. I'm not saying, but...
She grunts and goes back to cooking.
At this point, Tobias comes up. He comes up. He notices Ronan. Ronan, you dressed up today and it looks nice.
Thank you, Toby. I'm glad
Yes,
someone
'cause
notices.
No, he goes eat his delicious eggs.
Frey's just gonna come up, tip his hat, and drink his delicious eggs.
Maeve is literally gonna look at, even though this is the third time now, the second time they've witnessed it, look at Frey, go, God, why do you have to do that?
You'll come around eventually, don't worry.
No, I will not.
Oh, come on now. Just try one. One. Not even 6. Just one.
Pass them over. Yep.
Oh, hell yeah. She knows what's up.
Oh,
Immediately, yes.
We'll crack it open. Ellie cracks it open and I put it on my scrambled eggs and stir them all together. And then start to eat it.
Ellie, why?
That's so much worse.
And you can tell that it is so much worse. She's sort of eating it, and I'm just like, all right, maybe drinking them is better than what I just tried to do.
Yeah,
I hope
what
you're
the
proud
hell
of
you
yourself.
doing?
It looks like you made a mistake there.
I made a mistake.
You don't see me savoring the damn eggs. You just drink them.
Oh,
I know some people have them like on top of bready things in that
It's-
condition. That's different.
Own it. I'm owning it. I'm making the decision. All right.
That's disgusting.
Sucks.
I dab some Tabasco on them to try to make them a little better for you.
After
Oh,
a couple of bites, I just slide my plate. All right.
Have some of mine, and this is not me taking pity on you for your decision to put a raw egg on your cooked eggs, but because I can't finish mine here.
Give me a minute. They're sitting unwell already, so give me
might
a
be the-
second on that.
Might be the raw eggs, Ellie.
The other night, I was talking to you all about having a problem.
Mhm.
I think it's getting worse.
Mm-hmm.
I have a long and short. I think it's getting worse. So I would love if you would all come with me. I'd appreciate it if you would come with me to Necessities and Desires.
Ellie, if you had a problem, why didn't you say so sooner? Let's go take care of this.
All right, let's go.
Where's this Necessities and Desires place? Is it on the other side of the city? And I haven't heard of it yet.
have you never been there, Toby? Are you the only
Tobias
like?
has never been
Tobias has never been there. I'm
Damn.
with 3 people who have never been to Necessities and Desires.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, it's over. It's over nearby the House of LeBlanc in that district. And
We're going downtown. All right.
the long and short of it, and I pull out a gun. What does a gun look like again, Brent?
So it's a peacekeeper, but there's nothing really ordinary about it. It's actually pretty nicked, pretty worn, pretty dirty. Still functions, still works, loaded with bullets, but it just looks like a normal, well-used, guild-issued peacekeeper.
So, Necessities and Desires appears to be some sort of shop where your greatest desires, or some desire of yours, appears. When Nemo, Doc, and I were there, Doc found a strange-looking spyglass with a bunch of blueprints inside of it that you could see. Nemo found... Oh, what did Nemo find?
Nemo was an interesting case because Nemo was a returning customer,
Right.
even though she had no memory of it. And some sort of pen that was really important
Right.
to her came from there.
Nemo found a pen Eventually, Doc turned down the spyglass, but there was something else he was interested in, which was like a bag.
It was a book. It was
the Around the World in 80 Days.
Yep.
And so, for you all to be aware of when we go in there, the guy who owns it's named Godfrey, and he'll try to entice you. For Doc to get that book, we had to go and deliver a bag of blood over to another district. We later found out that apparently some people died because of the blood that was delivered. That's at least my belief. I don't think any of the tasks that Godfrey asks us to do are good for anybody. For me, the pistol was supposed to be delivered a couple of months ago at this point to somebody, no doubt to kill someone. So, I didn't believe that anything bad was going to happen, and now apparently something bad is happening to me.
So you didn't do the job, and now you're suffering for it.
Yeah.
So why don't you just go do the job instead of going back to the store? What they got for you?
I was given a time limit of 2 weeks, and I want to know whether or not I can still finish the job or not.
I think that makes sense.
That,
Okay.
and if possible, and if necessary.
I mean, it's desirable for you to live, so let's go, I guess.
Yeah, just a heads up. I don't know how dangerous Godfrey is. He seems pretty lightweight to me personally. But I would arm yourselves just in case.
I'm always armed.
I'm gonna go get my gun real fast.
Yeah, let me go get my hammer.
As those two disappear, I'll turn to Meave. Thanks for helping me last night.
You remember last night?
I remember last night. We got to share drinks, we got to chat, we got to hang out. I walked downstairs, and then I suddenly don't remember a chunk, and then I remember you checking my temperature, putting your hand on my head, taking care of me. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to thank me. Worrying me sick, Ellie. Why did you take this long to address this?
We see a lot of weird stuff. I've seen a lot of things, but I didn't see any of that until after I took the deal. I didn't think any of it was real.
That actually makes a lot of sense. I understand. Yeah, I get it. Just glad we're dealing with it now. But you don't have to thank me for caring about you.
Fine. I won't.
You can.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I tend to think you might do the same for me.
Yeah, on a good day. Yeah, absolutely.
I'll take it. And maybe downs the rest of their coffee.
And I'll eat the rest of your eggs and not eat my own.
And as I'm grabbing my hammer, I will ask Tobias, do you tell that damn thing to wake us up? And do you tell it to play that music? Can we play it a little calmer? Just like a little calmer. Some nice country twang to it.
He's gonna put his hands on Frey's shoulder. This thing has a mind of its own. Like, I follow directions, and if this is what the Arcanists have in store for me, I'm not having second thoughts, but I'm a little worried about what kind of music they're playing.
Isn't it ironic? Don't you think? A little too ironic. Yeah, I really do think.
I mean, yeah, I'm happy for you. You've been nothing but good to me. But, don't wake us up so early in the morning, pal. It's, we got headaches here. We got hangovers here to deal with, and that's not helping. I know you're not, alive, but you can empathize, right?
So this thing is the voice of the Arcanist?
I assume someone's on the other side.
Okay, that's a little Okay, we're gonna have to fix that, but first let's get Ellie better.
When the lightning strikes and the thunder rolls. Dun, dun.
All right.
I'll
buddy,
take
come on,
that.
hop up.
I'll take that song. Yeah. I'll wake up to that every day. All right.
He's got encouraging words sometimes. He pats his shoulder. Come on, hop up, buddy. We got places to be.
Once they everybody reconvenes right at the doors to the gallows, we're all just waiting, and then we'll head out towards the necessities and desires.
Okay. It's early morning. You guys make your way back into the downtown. At this point, it's bustling with life. There's, guardsmen moving along. There's people in fine clothes. If you remember, Necessities and Desires is down an alleyway right across the street from the Star Theater.
Yep.
So it's a very, very popular district. But as you just make your way a few steps down that alleyway, you see the front window display, which is filled with beaver skin hats and fine china and like an old sewing machine and an old camera, a telephone. It is a cluster that is equally complemented by the inside, as the shelves are stacked with all sorts of things: snow globes, animal heads, and as always, in the center of the store, there is a glass case where Mr. Godfrey keeps the more interesting items, which he sells for a favor. He is standing behind the glass display, or the glass counter, wearing his bowler hat, his black suit, and his big handlebar mustache. Immediately, he grins and says, "Always glad to see a returning customer. Did you enjoy your purchase?"
Does it look like I'm enjoying the purchase?
Oh, we gotta switch this music, because I don't think it's as nice as it was.
I didn't complete the deal, Godfrey.
Well, if you're not satisfied with your purchase, you can always ask for a refund. Do you have a receipt?
I have two of the three things that were given to me.
Still not a receipt. I'm afraid all sales are final.
Ellie, were you issued a receipt?
No.
Receipt only given upon request. And he points to the right, and in the display case is that exact words, though you could have swore you did not see that last time you were here. Neve. Inside this display case, there is something that catches your eye. There is a thick, leather-bound book, and written in gold filigree on the front is The Complete Study of the 13 and Neverborn by Maxine Agazi. A name that you'd be very familiar with.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Meave doesn't say anything at this point. They're looking at that case. That's at least piqued their interest. I don't think they're hiding that.
While Meave is looking, where are Tobias and Frey?
Probably taking stuff, like looking at the wares. Is there anything in this shop has things for everyone? Does it have something for me? It can't have something for me. Does it? Taking a look around.
There's nothing really that calls to you outside of the shop, other than like maybe an odds and ends you might like, oh, it's like an old-fashioned typewriter or something, right? But like some of the keys are missing. But inside the case, you see there's kind of like the classic like neck pieces with no head that you would use to display jewelry. And having seen soulstones before, you recognize that in the center there is a nice thick soulstone, but it's not the color you usually see. It's a different color. Like it's like a deep sapphire blue. But judging by like the iridescent veins that you've seen in soulstones before, you can tell it's a soulstone.
Okay. And it's charged and everything?
It's charged, but it looks different.
That's on a necklace.
It's on a necklace, yeah, like a very fine necklace that like a lady would wear.
Okay.
While those two are looking, where's Frey?
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking around too, just kind of getting distracted by knickknacks and stuff. And like, I'm thinking to myself, oh, maybe there's something like a cool, nice upgrade to the hammer or something. I find a sword, swing it around for a second. Nah, it's too light. Hang it back up, and I'm just kind of looking around. And I see a new hat, the coonskin hat. I hold it for a second, kind of just imagine myself in it because I don't want to put other people's hats on. That just seems rude. So I just kind of look at him like, nah, it's not a cowboy hat. It's not good enough. Yeah, and then I'll just kind of saunter up front with everybody as time goes on.
As you are getting close to the center thing, at this point, right, you may look in there, but Ellie has moved around it, and I step up towards Godfrey.
He doesn't stop grinning.
I didn't get a receipt, but I'm dying. Whatever you did to me, it's killing me. Can I get out of it?
Wouldn't say I've done everything. I would say we had an accord, a deal. And there's nothing more final in life than a purchase. You have not paid for what you purchased. Think of it as a loan, and, well, interest is raising.
I pull out the gun and put it on the table.
Maeve is paying attention again. This is more important, at least marginally.
Is there nothing I can do? I don't know where the third book is, so I can't just give you everything back. And I'm assuming I'm out of time to give this to whomever it is who needs it.
Oh, the private still resides at his post along the wall of the quarantine zone, eagerly waiting a gun.
So you're saying I have a chance I could give this gun to them?
Absolutely. You simply have to complete the purchase. And, well, a little color will return to those cheeks.
What's going to happen when I give the gun to them?
Who knows?
I think
Let's
Maeve,
face it, that's not really important right now, is it?
Maeve's gonna step up and look at Godfrey, kind of like not nicely. Then look at Ellie and be like, I can't believe I'm the one saying this, Ellie. But maybe there are some questions that are better left unanswered.
Yeah, Ellie, I'm with Maeve here. We got to get you better first, you know. Step one is you. Step two is worry about whatever happens afterward.
Listen, if we just deliver this gun, are you okay then?
Ellie looks to Godfrey.
So does Maeve.
Is she okay?
Well, in the business world, there's no need to collect interest once the loan's been paid in full. He looks to Toby. Does that make sense to you? Seeing the blank expression on Frey.
Yeah, that makes sense, but it's like everything that's been taken, you know, so everything that's been taken from Ellie, it's gonna come back, right? Like she'll stop dying, like she'll stop falling apart.
Upon my word as a deal, there's nothing I respect more than property in deals. Speaking of, are we buying or selling?
Tobias looks over at Ellie. Ellie, it looks like we know where we're heading next.
I grab the gun, I put it in my coat. Looks like it. I recommend the rest of you maybe not make a deal unless you're willing to complete it. I'm going to be at the door, though. It's your choice, not mine. And I walk over to the door.
Reeve's gonna give a fleeting, somewhat regretful look to the book in the case and follow Ellie.
I do hate to see unsatisfied customers, but payment must be paid. What about you, Mr. Tobias, was it?
Don't believe I said my name, but okay.
I never forget a face and always remember a name.
Okay. I don't believe I've been here either. I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to fall apart like Ellie. I think I'm gonna be good, but I appreciate the offer. And he's gonna step on back.
You know, some soul stones have more important properties. Some have even changed individuals. You're not familiar with the Gorgon's tear, by chance?
I heard it was stolen a while back, but...
Very, very powerful device, and the man who had it, or the gifts he received.
You telling me this right here is the Gorgon's tear?
No. I would not want to take it from its current master. The ruin that would bring on my shop would be inconceivable. But it is a similar, unique soul stone.
Looks over at Ellie. What's the price for this one? A delivery?
There's a noble family who, well, quite frankly, abuses their animals, and I simply can't abide by that. All you need to do is steal a few horses and set them free.
Free horses.
That's all.
Looks over at Frey. Frey, you like horses, right?
Yes, sir, I do.
They're abusing their horses. All right, what's this soulstone do to commit a crime for you? What am I getting out of it?
Change the physical trait of the wearer.
The physical traits.
For the better. You could be stronger, more hardy, more quick.
To free some horses. And I could be stronger, more hardy, more quick.
One of your choosing.
Oh, now you're fucking tempting me, dude. Where are these horses at?
I'm afraid this payment is much more time sensitive. In exactly 2 weeks, you will have to be there at noon, and I will give you the address.
So be here at noon to get the address in 2 weeks.
I will give you the address of where you need to be in 2 weeks.
All right, well, where is this place? Like, can I get there in 2 weeks? Is this, you tell me that first.
It's in the city. You shouldn't have any trouble.
For a soul stone? Oh my god, that makes me fucking stronger. Looking at my -1 might. Looking at Ellie. Ellie, you didn't deliver your thing. If I deliver, free some horses.
It's your choice, Toby.
What are you looking for, Ellie, to validate your choice?
I'm looking for Ellie to, yes, I guess? If Ellie would have delivered this gun in 1 second that when she got it, she wouldn't be falling apart right now. And she would have gotten what she got. And she would have gotten what she got. What'd you get before?
I got 3 books, Tobias, that were very important to me. I just want to remind you of one thing, though. When we delivered things on behalf of Doc, those people suffered for what we delivered. How do you know that what you're about to do or what I'm about to do won't cause suffering too?
Let me put it this way, in my personal opinion, Tobias. It's a choice you've got to make. A random stranger's suffering, to me, is worth Ellie's life. But is it worth an object to you?
You got me there. I'm not out here trying to create more suffering. That's something that I'm trying to
say
avoid.
That these aren't bad people, that these aren't guild horses.
I think I got enough ways to stop the guild at this point. Giving me some more muscles ain't gonna help the guild fall down. I'm good. I appreciate your time, Mr. Godfrey. Tip my hat, but we got a delivery to make. Don't need to be causing more suffering for people.
If you change your mind, well, I always know an eye for someone who needs something or wants something. I'll just put this one in the back.
Don't worry. Well, if I need it, I know where it's at. Appreciate your time. Let's head on out. I don't want to
Come
stay
again.
here and be tempted anymore.
Frey?
Yeah, I give Tobias a light punch on the shoulder, like, good choice, brother. And as I turn around to start walking out, is there anything that would tempt Frey, or am I just ready to go?
There's nothing that would tempt Frey.
Tip of the hat to you.
Frey's so good. Oh my god.
When they step out, Meave is gonna say, "Sorry if it was a bit hard on you, Tobias. I will say, if he can be trusted, which I don't know if he can, supposedly they're abusing these horses. So that's a counterpoint, but I'm not going to control you or tell you what to do, but I think I would have tried to do the same in your position."
Nah, Meave, you're right. You're right. We don't need to be causing more suffering for things. We got enough ways we got enough ways to stop suffering as it is. A little bonus here and there isn't gonna distract. You know what I mean? It's not gonna help.
All right.
You mean well, Tobias. I admire that about you.
I do want to stress, because you guys picked up before I could say,
Oh, sorry.
there was something that tempted Frey, which was like a magic apple inside the case, but Frey just saw the discoloration and was like, "That's a nasty looking apple," and left.
That'll work.
You're too wholesome to be corrupted by Godfrey.
Callie would hate that apple. That looks like God.
Yeah, it was like black. It was like black and like pruny. And you're just like,
Nah.
no, and just
Nah.
out.
All of Tobias's magic apples. Some of Tobias's magic apples.
Oh yeah, shit ton of apples. Meave, thank you for you're opening my eyes to a lot of things. So I appreciate you hanging around. You know, maybe opening my eyes to maybe they're never going on so bad. Opening my eyes to maybe, you know, we don't need be making any more shady deals with people.
Thank you, Tobias, but I'm not the only opinion, and I'm not always the right one. I'm just a different one.
That's true. Different enough.
For just a second, there is just a look of shock on Ellie's face as she's watching this exchange before it goes much more grim, and then just, "You don't have to come with me. I'm going to go make a delivery," it seems.
I'm
with you.
coming with you. You look like hell.
Yeah, you don't think it's gonna be dangerous? Let's we'll figure this out together. We're here for you.
Okay. And I'm going to go to the ramparts of the quarantine zone to go and deliver a gun.
So we're gonna move through this part pretty quick. You head to the quarantine zone, which for Frey especially is the first time that you've seen the quarantine zone. You're not exactly sure what the quarantine zone is, Frey. You've just heard it mentioned. But you come to what is a mixture between a wall and a barricade, where there are like sheets of tin, barbed wire, wood, all just mangled together to make like this 20-foot tall wall. And all along this wall, on the inside where you are, there are kind of like these purple lanterns that are hanging from the wall. And you come to an area that has an outpost. It's essentially just this massive, it stretches for miles and miles and miles and is like just barricading off an entire part of the city. You come to this little area that actually has a gate. Ellie, you would know you are looking for Private Daniel. That's who you are to deliver the gun to.
Mm-hmm. Do I notice any people around?
There's a few guild guards around. There's some out on this side of the gate. Just, this is where people come in and out. Normally it's only guild people. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to sort of just assess, kind of looking at people, look for whomever looks like they would be a private.
Through the assistance of Toby, who's a little more familiar with the guild than you, you managed to like catch one of just the single bronze checks on the shoulder that would probably mark a private. There's a few interactions. So this is kind of like a checkpoint because people do go in and out of the quarantine zone. So you guys don't really have to be stealthy. You ask around a little bit. You eventually find Private Daniel, who is a very young man, probably around the age of 16 or 17. Looks like a little pale, a little shaken. But when you give him the gun, he thanks you quite a bit for it and states that he lost his. That he's kind of been for the past couple of months having to hide that from his commanding officer because he'd be in a shit ton of trouble if they found out he lost his gun.
As I hand it over to him, and as he's sort of saying these things, I am just looking him sort of dead in the eye, memorizing his face. Good luck. Be well.
Yeah. Thanks. This is gonna help a lot.
You got any family?
I got a dad.
Lives in town?
Yeah, he helped get me into the guild.
You know you lost your gun?
No, this is he's very military focused, and he would be furious if he knew. Pulled a lot of strings to get me in. Ended up on wall duty, kind of not the best duty, but yeah.
If my mom ever caught me missing any of the equipment back home, it would have been hell to pay. So I totally understand. What's your dad's name?
He goes by Reginald.
Yep.
His name's Charlie, but once he made lieutenant, Reginald is what he always insists everyone called him.
All right. Well, good luck manning the wall and making sure things are safe.
Yeah, gotta keep the undead out. Always coming, and sometimes you hear them even when they're not around.
I know that. Something's always coming for us. See ya.
Thanks. All right.
And as Ellie returns to the group, she has pulled out her small little brown journal and she is scribbling in it.
Eve gives you a knowing look.
So, do you feel better now?
know. Kind of feel a little gross. Might have just given that guy a gun that will kill him. But,
He's a guild member, right?
he's a person.
He made his choice.
I mean, I see both sides of this, surprisingly, but I guess when you sign up for military duty.
In the long run, not my problem anymore.
Yeah, as long as you're feeling better, that's the most important thing.
Well, I'll let you know if I hear anything about it. If I feel different, I'll let you know too. Anyway,
All right.
who wants lunch?
Yeah, we could
I
use
could eat.
Yeah.
something different, I think.
You know, have you had the pizza yet? In the House of LeBlanc?
The hell are you talking about?
Yeah, this pizza's something you gotta try, guys. It is top notch.
Tobias is right. I mean, we should give it a try. I have a little bit. I could spend a little bit of money on it and get us a pizza.
Frey immediately nods his head and leans to me and goes, "Do you know what the hell pizza is?"
We're about to find out. I'll chip in. I got paid.
Yeah, I got a script.
You should go. You should go on a hunt with me, Frey. Could get you some more money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, if you mean that, I'd be happy to. Yeah.
Yeah. If you want to come, I'll show you what to do.
All right.
Okay. We'll talk about it later. Let's go to pizza.
Okay, we are going to start time moving ahead. You guys go to the House of LeBlanc, which is like a very fine, big white building, like a kind of like a New Orleans mansion in the downtown area. You have pizza for the first time, which my history's a little hazy, but if I remember, this is 1902, and like the first pizza came to America in like 1898 or something. So it's only been around for like three. It's huge. It's new. Whatever. You have it for the first time. It's wild. You have a great night full of like jazz music. Everyone eats. You get full on pizza. You head back. The following morning, we're gonna pick back up with Frey and just Frey going on a hunt with Ellie.
As we are getting ready to go, I mean, am I feeling better? In 24 hours?
The second you got to the House of LeBlanc, like someone who hasn't eaten in 4 days, you just become ravenous with hunger. And it's kind of like after you've had the flu and you don't realize you've been eating, you haven't been eating for like 3 days, and then it passes and you're just like, oh my God, I'm so fucking hungry. And you were just going to town. You don't feel better immediately because you food coma the hell out of yourself as you gouge yourself on pizza. But afterwards, yeah, you start to feel a lot better.
Okay, as we're getting ready, I'm going to spend a little bit of time in the bathroom in the morning after gorging myself on pizza, and then afterward emerge. Right, you ready, Frey?
I mean, yeah, I guess. Do I need anything?
Weapons. Whatever
Holds
you
up
need
his
there.
hammer.
Meave. Tobias. Do you want to come?
I think I'm gonna get some reading done, but don't discount me next time.
Okay.
Ellie, do I look like the kind of person who goes on bounty hunts?
No, you don't.
Yeah, I'm gonna go see if I can get some work done. So you guys have fun on that bounty hunt.
All right.
Have fun, you two.
Next pizza's on me, though.
Don't get too rowdy.
Hopefully it won't go that badly. Let's go, Frey.
All right, let's go.
All right, and we head off into Malifaux.
You head back to the Cage of Grace. sort of the headquarters of the guild. Frey, this is the first time you are seeing this. It is this massive 5-story tall building where it's sort of shaped in a U, and there's like rows and rows, and all along the walls there are these busts of heads with like masquerade masks, and they're grinning, and they all have like silver plaques beneath it saying, you know, like, hi, lawyer such and such and whatnot. You go through the courtyard as all these faces are looking at you, and you go inside the building, which is like a very busy DMV. Making your way up to the top, you head to Santiago's office, but Santiago is no longer there. It has been replaced by sort of a lithe, thin man who has the widow's peak. He has one of those masks, a masquerade mask with a long, crooked nose. And the second you walk in, he goes, wait, don't tell me. Name, please.
Wylie.
Wylie. And like there's guards all around there like picking up papers, organizing shit, just turning this pigsty that Santiago left into an actual office. You have quite a rap sheet. We have something very, very special for you in need of someone just of your talents, which I think if this goes well, I have a very important job. Before we do that, this office has been run very poorly, which I personally do apologize. I see in your file that you have no experience with the Resurrectionists. You're going to have to attend the 2-hour orientation just to prepare you. We do not want our bounty hunters coming back dead. And then you can go along your way.
I would love to attend a 2-hour orientation. I'm with somebody who's new. I'm just trying to introduce them into the profession.
Perfect.
If you're trying to send us on something that could be potentially dangerous, may I ask that it would be a little bit more simple than dealing with whomever you just referenced to the rest of
It's just a simple, lowly gutter snipe resurrectionist of some sort. In fact, you don't even have to worry about bringing them back alive. This has been signed off by Lady Justice, just immediate execution. But before you go into that, we would like you to know what you're getting into. I think you, with your experience and kind of looks up him with his size, you should be fine, but we do not want to send you in unprepared. You are a valuable asset to the guild.
Okay. Do you also have, beyond this one, do you have any that are bring them in, preferably dead or alive?
I have a bounty that is brought in alive that is currently paying 250 script. But before I could get it signed off by Secretary Matheson, I wanted to make sure that you were adequate for the job. Consider this a apprenticeship that also is going to pay.
Okay.
Excellent. It's a pleasure to finally meet you. Very impressive records, Miss Wylie. I must say, out of many of the hunters that I'm dealing with, you are top tier.
And your name?
My name is Ferdinand Alexius.
Pleasure to meet you, Ferdinand.
After the previous proprietor of this, the guild decided that it's much better to put someone in charge who knows the law, a lawyer, so to speak.
Sure.
And your friend, I will need to put your name down under the apprenticeship of Miss Wylie.
It's Frey Miller.
Mr. Miller, it is also a pleasure to meet you. With your size, I think you could do excellent in this business and make quite a bit of money and make this city a safer place.
Thanks. I'll do my best.
Excellent. Now, I'm just going to need you to fill out these paperwork, sign here, here, and here, and we'll get you right off to orientation.
All right. I signed the papers.
It's like a 30-minute process, and he's like, and initial here, and sign here, and here, and here.
Oh God. Oh, so much regret is going through Frey's head as he's just marking off the paper.
There's a lawyer in charge of it now, buddy.
Yeah. Gotta love the DMV.
So you sit through a 2-hour orientation where it is someone just reading monotones from like a stack of papers, but there is like an actual display. It's like the old-fashioned projectors where they put like glass in front of it and it's just displaying on there. Here's what we're gonna do to see if you can stay awake through this horrifying thing. I want is it Carews? I mean, Carews is intoxicated or poisoned. Yeah, I'll say Ben Stein counts as poison.
A straight resilience or tenacity?
Well, Carews is resilience. So either a straight resilience check or Carews. We'll say it's a target number 8 to see if you can just stay awake and comprehend anything from this.
I will cheat it to just stay awake because I'm interested in this stuff.
Right.
It's important for the job, but I'm bringing in the newbie. So Ellie's, I cheated it to beat the 8 and then with a 12, and then I'm just taking notes and sitting there.
Yeah, I got a 14. So I was about to kind of zonk out for a second there, but then they brought in this insane machine called a projector, and I'm kind of amazed by the technology and the glowing piece of paper that's on the wall. So I am paying very close attention.
I'm going to say, Frey, it's a mixture of that and it's a mixture of the topic. Because the topic is the Resurrectionist. And at first it starts off very like gung-ho patriotic that talks about the dangers of the undead and like how they're ravenous and they fight you and everything. But as it gets farther into it, they actually bring out a death marshal. This is a man who is very Western dressed like you. He's wearing a long, dark brown duster, the long brim Undertaker's hat, but you can see like his eyes are smoking green and bits of his lip are rotted away. And as he kind of comes in and takes over, and there's only like moments where you can see in this dark room like how fucked up his face is. Other than that, it's just like shadow and these glowing eyes. He starts to talk about the power of necromancy and how the most terrifying thing about the Resurrectionists, the necromancers, is that there is something dark that calls to them. And over time, it eats away at their mind until they slip into insanity. And there's a good like 45 minutes of the presentation of this man like reading from family letters, showing slideshows of like people who missed loved ones and started to get involved in necromancy and like went crazy and ate their family, and like how it's this constant call, and every single time it ends in tragedy. And there is a sympathy in this creature, this man's voice about that. He's not afraid of the zombies. He's not afraid of the dead. He's afraid of the families that are lost because someone becomes seduced by this power and it eats away at their brain.
Yeah, Frey is paying very close attention, and he is thinking a lot about me as this presentation goes on. And so he's kind of asking himself questions.
Yeah. But eventually, you guys are sent off on this hunt. That kind of lingering in your mind. You as well, Ellie, depending on what your thoughts are on all that.
Yep. Ellie was taking a lot of notes on mostly how to kill anything related to the Resurrectionists. It seemed that she was the most attentive during those periods of time.
There's a lot of like zombies, the classic aim for the head, right? Watch out for swarms. Try to be quiet if there's too many of them. And then like they got into some like, they actually have photographs of stuff, and there's like some weird shit you see where it's like big hulking creatures with like multiple arms attached and like animal heads, and it's just like, if you see that, just fucking run. Just nope, that's an abomination. We're trying to find out where they come from. Just run. Like, but every now and then, and like a lot of the pictures seem to be like almost like drone shots.
Okay, cool. As we emerge out of the lecture, all right, I pull up the sheet that tells me where the target is.
Bounty hunting quite often takes you to places you don't enjoy. And unfortunately for you, Ellie, it takes you to a place that you are recently familiar with that you recently did not enjoy. You are going into the sewers.
No. As I pull up the sheet, and Frey, you just see for just a second, like, the face goes white, and I'm like, shit.
What's wrong?
How easily do you get sick?
By what? I got a strong stomach. I'll be all right.
Okay. Here we go, Frey. We're going into the sewers.
All right. Let's do it.
I think the fights, whatever we're going to encounter down there is going to be a walk in the park, but the tidal waves of shit that get on your clothes, in your mouth, in your eyes, those are going to be the real challenge.
Did you say tidal wave?
Let's go, Frey.
All right.
So, I think I'm gonna do kind of like a loose-based ongoing challenge, right? Just to see how this goes. You have to enter the sewers, just a few miles out from the sink, and you're kind of making your way down this slanted pipeline that goes to the sink, which for Frey, at the center of this area, there's like a giant crater that just like goes down, and like all of the earth kind of wants to towards it. And so as you're like putting your hands, making your way down this pipeline, there's just the constant rush of waist-high sewer waste that's coming down, going into the sink behind you. And you're like following this map where there's like a few pipelines that go down different areas, trying to find this resurrectionist. So I'm going to need 3 checks from both of you. It's going to be a target number 8. I will say you can use notice, track, carouse to not lose your stomach, because I think that's really, really great down here. Notice, track, carouse, wilderness,
Ellie, what'd you get?
And
engineering.
Okay, so for the first one, as we start going into the hole, down towards the sewers, right? Ellie's just gonna be walking. I'll make a notice check. I got a 12 on it.
Target number 8, you're fine.
And so as we're just going, Ellie's just gonna kind of turn and just be talking to Frey and say, so we can presume this person or whomever they are can probably talk to us. We can also presume that they're going to be pretty actively thinking. If they know we're coming for them, we should be prepared for it. So just be careful in case there's any traps, right? But keep in mind, Frey, just while I'm running this one, we can see if you want to run one later. My general rule of thumb is let them talk first, but you be ready to strike first, okay?
All
Don't
right.
assume that they're going to attack you immediately, but you better win if they try to attack.
All right, sounds good. After Ellie gives that speech, Frey is on alert, and he starts looking around. He gets a 16 notice check. Does he notice anything right off the bat?
That's 2 successes. And mind you, we're going to do a full adventure here at like super fast pace. So I'll say like with those both positive notices, this is a really shitty situation to be in. because the filth is constantly coming towards you, and it's almost like if you were in a big water slide and the water is just constantly coming behind you, trying to push you out, bringing all sorts of foul things that people would put in a sewers just coming up the back of your shirt, your pants. It is horrifying smell. But Frey, with your notice, as you're just constantly looking around, feeling things bump you, you see like 4 or 5 human-sized bodies floating down, and you're like, the hell? Like, at first you're like, is that like a big turd or something? But they like flip over and just like start trying to swim towards you, and you guys immediately get into a quick-paced combat.
Over the course of this fray, as we were moving through the sewers, you noticed that Ellie seemed to initially was like, oh, this is gonna suck. But with almost every step into this scene, has grown more excited and more sort of almost like huntery in the process, right? It was opening the sewer with a gusto, jumping down, more stalking.
Yeah.
As we come into this scene. So as these two creatures these creatures can't turn, what's Frey doing?
So what we're going to do for the next check instead, we're just going to do attacks.
Yep.
We're just going to do attacks. So we're going to say their AC is an 11. Frey, you can start us off.
Yeah, so Frey's going to point and just say, is this one of those traps? And he's going to swing with a hammer and hit with a 9.
AC 11.
Or AC 11.
AC 11.
He's going to miss. Do I get another attack after
that? So this is going to count. You need a total of, I'm giving you 6 checks. I think I said 5 successes. So this will be your first failure unless you want to cheat. So you just you go, and right when you begin to push, that water picks up and it's swinging a hammer through water, right? And it just doesn't land. These things swarm on you. They jump on you. They start clawing you. Now that they're close up, you notice that it looks like there's either rats burrowing out of them or somewhat still alive rats stitched to them as they are just like jumping on you, attacking you, and you're throwing them off. You don't take any damage, but it just counts as one failure for the mission. Ellie, do your thing.
Keeping into Frey's POV here, so Frey's point of view, right? This sewage is going through, right? But you see as Ellie, who's just a little bit away from you, is sort of grinning as she picks up. I pick up one of the zombies and just sort of clobber it with a 17 with my fist, just punching into its head.
The bone face, which is already fucked up, smashes like a china bowl, and it's just like flesh with bone shards after that, and this thing just deflates like a balloon full of rocks as it completely collapses, and your fist is bloodied, and like all the rats are still like biting at you, but you just throw the corpse aside, unmoving. It floats down. Eventually you jump in there with Frey, help him. Together you guys fight it out. Frey, I mean, you're like 7'8", pure muscle. Despite the viciousness of these things, you're pulling them off. Some of the rats, their faces are melting and disintegrating just from the blood that they ripped out of you. You're throwing them aside. Wounds begin to heal back up. Let's get 2 more checks.
Are these attacks or notices?
After this, you guys have made it past the attacks, and you're making your way to the actual resurrectionist.
Okay. 10 notice?
With a 10 notice, you're fine. Ellie?
What does it seem like as we're walking along? I got a 15. And I'm gonna use a 15 crows, just sort of chatting and moving slowly with Frey here. But what we're just moving through the sewer.
So I'll set the scene. I'll let you guys do your thing. You eventually find like the pipeline you're supposed to get out of, and like you come up into it, and now it's calm. There's like a little bit of water that's trickling in, but like the main source is a little bit below, so it's not flooding this. And you're walking down, and you can hear whispers and mutterings kind of echoing down from like a voice that's talking normally, being like, Yes, Mother, I know. Mother, I'm going to do it. Mother, you don't have to tell me that, Mother. I know. Father, why are you always so condescending? Oh, God, I never liked you, Father. Mother, can't we all just fucking get along?
So, yeah. Frey is seeing Ellie act the way she's acting, and he's definitely embarrassed that he was caught off guard by these zombie mice, and he's feeling a slight pull from something that he hasn't tapped into in a very long time. But seeing Ellie go into this kind of hunter-esque form, he's starting to feel it a little bit. So his instincts are starting to kick in. So you see him look much more prepared, much more hunched and ready to prowl after this whispering figure, whatever that is.
Does it look like this kind of a one-way tunnel? And we hear the voice up ahead.
Yes.
So I'm gonna lean in, Ellie. I'm gonna lean in close to Frey. I'm just sort of grinning a little bit. You can see him just covered in grime and shit, right? But you can see the pearly white teeth of Ellie, and I'm just gonna turn to him and say, right. And I'm gonna be whispering, right? But it's okay. If you want, you can take point here. Otherwise, stay here. Generally, what I like to do is give them an option to escape. It makes it so that they have to sort of give up or they choose the fight. That way I'm not forcing them into something. So if you want to stay here, they'll probably run towards you, or they're going to pick a fight with me and you can come in. Or we can flip it. Do you want to lead? Here's the deal before you answer. Whenever I give them the option to escape, you better not let them get out. You better beat them to that door.
You take point on this one. I'll make sure they don't escape. And I immediately just stealth into the shadows.
All right. So I'm going to give you guys a check to try to do what you want to do, how you want to handle this situation. When you eventually stealth in and come to the end of the tunnel, you see a man who is talking to two people who are obviously dead. Bits of their lip are missing, teeth missing, clouded eyes, just a few strands of raggedy hair. The clothes they're wearing are molded. Occasionally there's like pulses beneath the neck of the flesh, like something's trying to get out. And the only person not dead, the man who's like ragged, in old clothes, probably been down here for too long, shoes worn off his feet, he's like, we just need to be a happy family again. I didn't bring you back to berate me, Father. I brought you back so that we could finally be a good family. We could finally be good together. It wasn't my fault. It was my fault. I had to kill you to fix you. That way you would shut the fuck up and stop berating me and telling me I was such a fucking failure.
What's this guy's name?
On the bounty paper, it's just like a resurrectionist.
Oh, okay. Cool.
That's all the guild gave you.
Right.
A resurrectionist. Doing terrible things.
Can I, assuming, we're kind of going on this adventure, can I make a history or bureaucracy check to have tried to figure out what this person's name was?
Yes, that's a brilliant idea.
Okay. What's the TN?
I'm going to say on this one, the target number is an 11.
Okay, cool. Is it history or bureaucracy?
I'm going to say probably bureaucracy in this. Just because I would assume you did it like at the guild, like looking through shit.
Can I carouse my way to victory?
No.
All right, then I did not succeed. I tried.
Yeah.
I got a 9.
No one's drinking at the guild hall on this one, sharing drinks with you, I'm afraid.
2 straight-laced. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know their names, so I'm gonna sort of sneak up onto the scene, look over towards where I think Frey would be hidden, and then just stand up and step out into the open. Right. You want to come with me easily, or are we going to make this tough?
He spins on his heels and stares at you, baring his yellowed, crooked teeth, and says, No, I remember you. You're the one that fucked up the family. Father saw you in the bed with Mother. That's what Father did. And then Father had to kill Mother. And then I had to kill Father. And I had to make everything fucking right. And you're not going to take that from me. To answer your question. Is it going to be easy or hard?
What are you going to do?
He points his fingers, whips them up, and as he does, the bodies begin to twist and turn and shift in unnatural ways, and rats burrow out of the flesh like chewing through a potato stack and they just pour out of these bodies and run at you as the bodies that look like a banana peel that's been half split with like arms, limbs, and flesh hanging everywhere, shamble towards you and charge you.
Jesus, can I act?
Yes, you can. Let's get a couple attack actions from you guys. Hey,
okay.
Just because it's a quick adventure doesn't mean we can't make it epic.
Yeah, jeez, banana rat man, terrifying. Okay. So with this, I'm going to sling out the Chesterfield, 1879, and take, do I get 2 shots or 1 shot?
I'm going to say, I don't know, will you just make an attack? We're not going to go on, we're not going to go on actual combat. We're not going to do that.
Cool.
Just make
12.
an attack.
I got a 12.
Definitely hits. Who do you want to hit?
I want to shoot him, the central guy.
You cock that handle, fire, boom, hits him straight in the forehead, blows out the back of his brains. He collapses, everything collapses, and then he rises back up, no longer speaking, eyes completely rolled back into his head, and he joins the undead horde that now also rises up and shambles towards you.
That's where Frey would like to come in. I would like to pop out of stealth and attack the main dude after he rises back up.
Hey, you're in stealth. Give me a attack flip with advantage.
That's not gonna cut it. All right, that's gonna be a 14.
That's easy. You come in hammering, smashing, breaking already split open corpses, just finishing it, splitting it like a log until it just collapses to the side. Ellie, you're firing, beating rats off with the butt of your gun, and eventually the storm comes to a calm, and you guys clean up here and finish your hunt.
Stepping over the bodies, I'm going to flip over the lead sort of resurrectionist individual, looking at them. Nice job.
Give me a minute. I kind of walk off for a second, and I drag one of the shambled corpses with me, and I just beat the shit out of it more with my hammer.
Oh.
Just swinging.
Yeah, Ellie, you just watch this thing turns to ground meat until there's blood sprayed all over the corner of the wall, dripping gore, just dripping from Frey's hammer.
I crack my neck, and I turn back around to Ellie, and I go...
As you look at Ellie, she has a look of, "You done?" But as she stares at you, it's just, what's that about?
I haven't had to do that in a long time. It's been a long time since I've actually hunted a man. And I'm dealing with it. So let's go. Let's make some money.
Well, we did. I don't know if I would necessarily call everything but that person a man, if I were you. We did just watch rats pour out of 2 of them. In case that makes you sleep better at night.
It might. Cuts 50-50, by the way.
I was going to propose that. And you hear her just mutter under her breath, normally 30-70, but I guess not trained.
And I'll carry the body, so let's go.
Right, we go upstairs. Out of the city.
So, you guys make your way back.
Before we get back to the Cage of Grace, I got a thing to do.
Okay, what's your thing?
As we get to an alleyway, I want to stop Frey. You did a good job. First bounty hunt went pretty well. Any questions for me?
Frey ponders. Can't see his pupils, but you can tell they're just staring past you, really. When's the next one?
Do them constantly. You can come on some more. For being on your first bounty hunt, you're pretty excited about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I am.
This went better than normal. Don't let it get to your head.
We'll see.
We will. Before we go to the Cage of Grace, I want to talk about something. I didn't say anything while we were talking to Lord Cooper. You elected something pretty rough. Something that you and I won't likely see. The opposite end of this hunt. Apparently Cooper's going to go after you, is that right?
He thinks he is. We'll also see about that.
I just want to know you're prepared for something like that. You've been hunted before.
Hunted. Been hunted. It's all the same. Just a matter of who comes out standing.
Sure. I just want to practice something with you for a minute. If you're going to go on more bounty hunts with me, or if you're going to go on them your own, be sure that you're ready for them. This was a fluke. Usually they're less insane than the person we just encountered. Usually they're waiting, and they probably laid traps for you. You see this alleyway?
Mm-hmm.
Let's pretend for a second. You are going to hunt me, and I'm going to go get in that alleyway. You can assume that I'm hiding, and that I know you're coming for me. And the second I see you, I'm going to come for you. I'm going to go for you as fast as I can. I'm going to try to kill you. You ready for that?
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm ready for that.
All right, count to 10. I'll be back. Or you'll find me. And I jog off into the alleyway.
And I count to 10. I count a little fast, though.
Okay. Competitive stealth versus notice check to see who sees who first.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. What's your notice, Frey?
Can't cheat, can we?
Not.
Got me a 7.
Okay. With my stealth, I got a 9. So as you're moving along, right? You're walking through this alleyway,
Mm-hmm.
and then you hear the sound of like a rolling bottle, right?
I immediately whip my hammer at that sound.
All right. You swing, smashing into a bottle, and a second later, you hear the sound of Ellie right beside you as the fist is swinging directly into your face. Okay. And what's your armor, or roll your defense against me?
Come on, these flips are garbage.
Okay. As Ellie comes swinging in, you see she comes right up and stops a second before it would have been a direct connection with the pneumatic fist into your face. And you feel the kind of the wind off of it.
Mm-hmm.
The speed at which this is going, this could easily sort of have the sense of if I would have completed the punch, just a one shot, like going to knock you out type of move. Okay.
You hear a reflexive snarl that you have never really heard before. A lot more animalistic than you would think, and you see my fangs flash right before the fist. Still would have gotten hit for sure. Would have dropped.
As the fangs flash, my pneumatic hand will grab under your chin. If you're gonna hunt, don't be an animal about it. Have compassion and think about it. Cooper wants you to be an animal so you can be hunted. So show up, be present, don't lose yourself. Unless you want to be like that bottle, or if you want to be that guy over there. And I point over to the man that we have just subsequently destroyed.
Kind of shake it off a little bit. All right, fine.
Besides, you have a good career in this if you wanted to do it. So, you can come on with more hunts with me in the future. It's good pay, sometimes.
All right. Yeah,
Also,
I'll do it. Let's do it.
You smell like shit, by the way, and so do I, so we should probably take a bath at some point in time.
You think? Yeah, all right. Let's, yeah.
So, you used to killing stuff? This is as we go to the Cage of Grace at this point.
Right. Yeah. we're oh god, that was good. That lines up so much with so much stuff. I'm very happy with that scene for evil DM reasons. You guys get back to the Cage of Grace. You are paid. We're going to move through this pretty quickly because we have to get to break. After you are paid and you are sitting listening to the lawyer, Ferdinand Fitzgerald. Sorry, I don't have my nose in front of me. He says, well, this was excellent and you all did very well. Miss Wylie, could I speak with you privately?
Sure. Make it quick, though.
Oh, of course. Time is money after all, and justice must be served. The world is full of death, zombies, and all sorts of terrible things.
Yep.
Would you mind waiting outside, Mr. Frey?
Sure. I'll just wait outside.
Once the door is closed, he reaches into his desk and pulls out an envelope and says, "This is a very high-paying bounty. 250 script. The target is meant to be brought here, alive. I've done research on you, Miss Wylie. This target must be brought alive because despite what some people might think, we are not savages. The punishment must fit the crime. We want this person brought to justice to answer for their crimes. Are you willing to accept this job? And he puts his white, pristine, gloved hand on the envelope and slides it across the table to you.
Grab it, and I open it.
The camera doesn't read the letter. You, Jake, knows what it says because I told you earlier. What do you say?
I would like to pan out of that scene, and I would like to walk out of the room after giving my answer.
All right. We don't know what Ellie says, and Ellie walks out of the room. And
I am very grim-faced seeing Frey.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing you for just a second, it looks all business, Ellie, for a minute. Just the most serious you've seen her for a long time.
You all right?
Sure. Yeah. Tuck away an envelope into my coat. Yeah, sometimes you take jobs you don't want to do. At any rate, isn't that part of the not glamorous side of this work?
I didn't know there was a glamorous side of this work.
Really? Like, do you not see when you kind of get in there and you get a good left hook on someone, or it's fun, Frey?
Mm-hmm. The fun can get carried away, though.
It's true. Let's go.
all right, and we are going to go into our break there. Yeah, we're just going. We're going.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
I mean, normally I try to hit us at 7:30, so we're a little bit past. I want to take the break before we get into all the other crazy stuff. All right, welcome back to Twisted Veil. We're going to dive right into it. So, while all this was going on and you guys were bounty hunting, Toby and Meave, what have you guys been up to?
Well, primarily, Meave did say that they had some reading to do. They wouldn't have been like, I've got some reading to do, bye, looks at Tobias, ignores him prompt. Like, it wouldn't be like that. Probably some light shatter. I don't know, what about Tobias?
I know, Tobias has got a plan to do. He's got to make his way to Star Theater. He's got to work on the print press a little bit, make sure it's up to snuff, like it was like he used to do at the Tatler. And then he's gonna print out some nice, pretty advertisements for them to hang up on the walls. You know, we got some pretty showgirls to come see. We got some fire dances to advertise. Gold lettering on the sides. You know. That sort of thing. Hopefully he'll get paid for that.
So, I'm going to need you to do an art check.
Art or printing?
Are you drawing the pictures?
I'm working on the typeface. I'm doing the font. I'm doing the... I'm not drawing the pictures, but... I am making sure everything pops. I'm making sure the machine runs well. I'm making sure...
If you can come up with a Tobias sparkling headline, you know, like 3 or 4 sentences, I will let you justify printing, because you're doing the pop, right? You're doing the advertisement. You're using that silver tongue. Otherwise, like designing font, art, right? Designing the layout, art. Designing what the pictures look like, art. Like, it's all going to be art.
Okay.
If you can justify it, I'll let you do it.
I mean,
just doing like, come to the Star Theater art. If you want like that elegant.
Can come up with that sort of thing. I mean, me on the spot right now, probably not, but
well,
Tobias sure as fuck can.
Yeah, that's fine. So do me a printing check, and then we'll say you knock it out.
All right. Oh my god. Target number for this printing check.
We're gonna say it's a target number.
Say 7. Say 7.
Colette has really high expectations. It is Colette Dubois, so we're gonna say it's target number 9.
Oh my god. Ugh. All right, I rolled a 1. I rolled a 1, and I can cheat it to a 7. So. Oh boy. Let me talk to Concept real fast.
No.
I gotta impress a new boss a little bit. So, Concept, I know there's some extra typesetting hidden somewhere in these walls, hidden somewhere that they just didn't look. So I'm just gonna have a quick look around, and I'm going to.
What's the point number you're spending on this ability? You have the rules in front of you.
It was a. I dredged it back up again. It was a. Okay, so 1 was like a key, right?
1 was finding something simple that could aid you, like a key, a simple device, or anything. But if you want to start changing stuff, it's a little bit higher.
Do they not have fancy font typesetting that is, behind in a dusty case that they haven't opened in a little while near this room? Because these are actors; these aren't printers who are doing their thing for them.
I'll say with a 1, you find like you're going through like old filing in cabinets and whatnot when you're in the Starfeeder, and you find like some old but beautiful artistic advertisements, and you think you can essentially just alter them enough where you can get away with copyright.
All right, I like that. I'm gonna spend that 1 point and make this work.
All right. Add that point to your point total.
Yeah, I'm at 12 now.
Mm-hmm. You take it, you like a bit of ink, your typewriter, you do your best to kind of mess with it a little bit. Colette is like, vintage. I like it. These'll work fine, Toby.
See, I thought that the new typesetting would really make it pop, But something a little bit different from the other rags we see posted plastered up all over the city.
They remind me of when we first opened. A bit of nostalgia. I think that's really gonna call to the old fans, the old fans of the Star Theater. This is nice. I mean, I would have liked the artwork altered a little bit. Maybe fresher colors and whatnot, but this ain't bad. Though I have some new art projects for you if you're interested.
I'd be happy to take a look at those. I got a wide variety of skills. That's my projects. I can.
It's the least I can do to appreciate how much I enjoy your company.
Thank you kindly, man. My friends will appreciate a nice pizza dinner.
I look forward to working with you more, Mr. Tobias.
Happy to be here.
All right. You guys all meet up. You guys. Yeah, I'll say for the bounty, you made about 20 script each. For Frey and Ellie. All right. Following day, Ellie, where you going? What are you doing?
Pocket jingling with more money. At some point in the day, sort of close to lunchtime, I'm gonna go find Meave.
I would say that most of the time when Maeve's around, which is more often than not as far as the gallows goes, they're either reading or writing in their journal, and I think you probably catch them writing in their journal.
striding in, sort of seeing you writing in the journal, knocks on the door, just kind of knocks on the side of the wall of the door.
Hey, Ellie.
You have a second?
Yeah. Closes the journal, tucks it in the bag. What's up?
I offered to pay you the other day, and you said no. But you said to take you to lunch instead. So, and I hold up 20 script. Want to go to lunch?
Sorry about that. Slight technical difficulties. Let's get right back into it. Neve and Ellie.
Neve, let's go. We got a place. It's Ortega's place. Should be delicious.
All right. Yeah. I mean, as long as there's no cook's canned meats involved.
Yeah, I don't think there will be.
You guys make your way through the downtown district, and you come across a large 2-story building with colorful banners hanging from the windows. Hanging over the door is a single large banner that reads Abula Ortega's Taco Fiesta, with a cartoonish image of a smiling old woman in a sombrero. You walk up to the double wooden doors, push them open. Inside, you can see that the dining room is mostly empty. There are several tables. There are servers sort of standing on standby. All of them are wearing very large, almost cartoonish, oversized sombreros on their heads. And immediately, one of the hosts ushers you to a table, and one of the individuals in the classic tux with little silver spirals around it and the big sombrero comes up and says, hello and welcome to the Taco Fiesta, where every day is a celebration. And he reaches into his pocket and tries to pull the string to a party popper, but it drops and explodes on the floor.
Thank you. We'd like a table for 2, please.
Yes, right this way. And he leads you to a booth kind of in towards the side of the room. And inside, this place is almost trying too hard. There are tons of hanging from the ceilings, the Mexican multicolored individual banners with all sugar skulls and everything. There's a statue in the corner of a guild lawyer, but there's a sombrero on it. It is overdone with how hard it is trying to be Mexican. And he says, well, I'm sorry about your fiesta not being great out of the party popper. May I interest you in our fiesta quesadillo platter, or our never born and never spicy enough Diablo dip with chips? Taste the fires of hell in your mouth. Ha ha!
Have some guacamole, please.
Yes, the Mexican dish of guacamole made with avocado. I will get that for you right away.
And as this individual walks away, Ellie, who has sat down now across from me, just sort of goes, I am so sorry. I think I screwed up on this one.
No, this is great.
Oh, good. Oh, okay, good. Sigh of relief. Much more relaxed. Okay. I mean,
Is that a guild with a sombrero? A statue of a guild member with a sombrero.
seems like it. I feel like they all should wear that uniform. That'd be pretty funny.
Might be a little less intimidating. No, if the food's good, I don't care about the party poppers though. Actually, even if the food's rubbish, in it for the company,
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I feel like we should try the never born, never hot enough spice sauce. I feel like that's
the fire. Do you want to taste the fires of hell in your mouth, Ellie? Is that what?
Yeah, I would try it.
Okay. I'll try anything once, but please don't take that seriously.
Yeah. Well, so we just sort of wait for our guacamole from the avocado to show up, and
you are waiting for your guacamole because there are far too many servers right now, and you are the only people in this establishment. Your guacamole is first announced by a server that has the maracas and is just shaking as he comes out doing a dance. And then behind him, there's a platter of guacamole as he is spinning and puts it on your table with the chips. And at that point, the door swings open. And you look and see a old, haggard woman with a glass eye in sort of a steam-powered wheelchair with two men in similar fashion, but not ridiculous. There's no sparkles. They have sombreros, but there's no beads hanging. They're like, these look like genuine hombres. And she comes in and looks around, and you can see like there's a shotgun just resting in her lap, and her chair just putters over, goes into the kitchen. And like this is like kind of like an open kitchen. So you guys are like sitting enjoying this kind of comical, cartoonish thing, and you overhear the conversation where this old woman says, "These are not fresh tortillas?" And this man's like, Abula Ortega. And no, we had them store bought. She says, "And you are serving tacos without limes." Well, limes are hard to come by. And she looks at one of the men and says, "Jose." And Jose pulls out a gun and aims it at the man. And the woman now, Abula Ortega, says, "At the fort, I would shoot you. I would kill you. But we are not at the fort." Jose, and his gun goes down and fires at the man's leg, and he just collapses, screaming in agony behind the counter. And she says, "Carlos, go and get the limes. Jose, bring him out back. He is disturbing the guest." And this man is dragged, screaming, bleeding through the kitchen, and this old woman sort of maneuvers her wheelchair over to your table, and through one like glass eye that's wide open, the other normal eye squints, and she glares at both of you and then points. "You, both of you, you're not allowed to leave. This establishment, it is the name of my family, and you shall have a proper Mexico dinner. Carlos, lock the doors." And the man locks the doors, and she says, "I will have no one else see this horrible display, this idioso loco display of gaudy decoration. But I'll be damned if a establishment with my name on it, you do not walk away having a true dinner." How are you?
Well, thank you. And is it appropriate to say entertained? I'm not sure that's appropriate.
Do not worry about him. He will learn. Once you shoot them in the knee, then they will learn how to cook, serving food without limes. The tortillas are not fresh. I saw the beef. It was not marinated. How dare you serve carne asada without being marinated? This is a blight on my family, which I will not have.
Right, well, great. Thank you. You must be. You said it was your family. Thank you for having us at your restaurant. Does he need like medical attention, or are you gonna deal with that?
It is the sign of work. You are a guest in a establishment named after me. You do not have to worry about that. He'll be fine. Would you like maybe a nice quesadilla, some tacos, a chimichanga, a nice smothered burrito in a rich chipotle sauce? You know what? The best thing I can do. Tequila. Jose! And Jose's like, there's no tequila. Fuck! One moment. I will be right back. I have a flask, but we'll get a bit of lime and salt for you. It will be very, very nice. Oh, I swear, I will find them and I will kill them for insulting my family's name and opening this restaurant. And she wheels to the back.
No, please.
As soon as she wheels away, I'll just look over to me. Well, we are locked in a building with potentially dangerous people together. Let's make the best of it.
It sounds like the perfect lunch. Ellie.
I probably feel like we are the safest to be together in this situation.
Potentially. I don't know. I like her. She's got spunk, but also, I think I'd rather face a guild member or something.
Oh yeah, they're terrifying. Absolutely terrifying.
Nothing scarier than a grandmother.
Well, Frey is pretty terrified of any of the waitresses over at the Star Theater. So we know that I don't think Frey would be as scared of her than anyone else. So,
well, I think that might have something to do with her. Lovely woman, but general appearance. I get the impression it was perhaps the young, attractive people that Frey was a little concerned about.
He's really skittish.
A little bit.
Kind of scared of everything.
Nervous of everything, perhaps.
Nervous of everything. You should have seen him yesterday. He did really well for his first bounty hunt.
On the hunt, right. How did that go? If you want to talk about it.
It went pretty well. We mucked around in the sewers for a bit. I don't know if you could smell sort of it hanging in the room at all, but we found who we were looking for, some sort of resurrectionist of some kind. Something in the seminar said that they are really dangerous and that they come back to life or something. I don't know. And then, he and I took care of the business. So,
right. Yeah. So you, went after a resurrectionist in the sewers is what I'm getting from this.
Yeah. He lost himself a little bit into it, but I think that happens when you first start. So
I can imagine. Wow, sewers. Yeah. So of all the things you've just mentioned to me, that's the part that makes me glad I decided to stay back and read my book.
I think you would enjoy it personally. I think you would have a pretty good time. Maybe not one in the sewers. The sewers, not fun.
No, reckon not. Well, like I said, don't rule me out next time. Maybe I'll join you.
No, I won't.
Hey, interested to see, what it's all about, what interests you about it, that sort of thing.
Yeah. I mean, what do you enjoy? So you like writing in your books and working through your journals?
Yeah. But archaeology, thinking about, I mean, I'm not single-minded, Ellie. I like other things. Like, Eddie sends me fictional books faster than I can read them, for one thing. Just nice. I mean, generally. And I've started reading a book about flowers lately. Not like botany, but like things flowers stand for.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you? Lots of good ones, but they get really specific, like really specific. Like mountain ash means you're safe with me, for example.
Oh.
Right, like really specific.
When I was growing up, my parents used to talk about it. You know how the roses come in different colors sometimes?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's
right. So they were saying that, like, if you take like a red rose and a white rose, right, that means unity or something like that, or like togetherness.
Because it's romantic love and like some sort of, purity or innocence, depending on how you interpret it, I guess. So yeah, because red is romantic love. I guess pink is like light. I don't know. Yellow is friendship. And white is a more, generally speaking, like white flowers are sort of the pure. Not always, but. Not necessarily pure in that sense, but
What's your favorite flower?
Oh, I'm not really sure. Sort of partial to heather, and it's not any meaning of heather or anything like that. I've really just gotten into reading that, so and I like I do like roses. I know it's a bit simple, but they're pretty and they're classic and everyone knows what a rose means, a red one anyway. There's something nice about that straightforwardness, I guess.
Yeah. What do you think Tobias's favorite flower would be?
Something flashy and tropical, probably. Mostly just because the tropical ones are really colourful and flashy, either that or
that makes sense. That makes sense.
Something like that. I made a note actually. There's a flower that like means magic, and like that it's in Angelica, and I thought that sort of was Tobias like.
Yeah.
Your delightful conversation is interrupted as these dirty, grungy, very tall armed men begin to bring tray after tray after tray of food. They lay out a platter that has like 6 tacos. Like they lay out a platter that has like 2 long smothered burritos, enchiladas, a big platter of just like fried meat, flautas, which are like deep fried tacos. Abula is watching and like she tastes the guacamole and just grabs it and fucking throws it against the wall. And she's like, Jose, make the guacamole. And like he comes back and it's not just smashed avocado now, it's like cilantro, tortilla cheese. And you have a banquet laid out in front of you. And the 2 men walk back and Abula Ortega is just sitting there kind of smiling, watching, but her grizzled face, just so old and battle worn, like the smile just naturally looks threatening, even though there's no threat there. She's just like, it's a person whose face is so old and malformed and seen so much shit that like the face almost like the smile looks like a grimace, and she's just waiting expectantly as you have probably enough food to feed like 10 people laid out in front of you, and she's just waiting for you to eat it.
Wow. This is quite the spread. She did give us her name, right? Well, did
Well,
she?
I know her.
You heard her shouting, but she did not give you her name.
I think I would have heard about her at this point in time because I
Oh,
think
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Santiago talked about her.
You definitely have, Ellie,
Okay.
and you even met one of her
Yeah.
sons. Yeah.
So, yeah, this is Abula Ortega.
Abuela, thank you so much. This is
Oh, you have heard of me?
I haven't but
I've had the
Santi-
pleasure of meeting Santiago.
Yes, my boy. Strong like an ox. Can take a bullet. And a fucking idiot. A idioso. We sent him down here hoping, maybe he could learn something from the books, from the paper. What did he do? He fucked everything up. Now he shovels shit back in the stable. You look like a good woman. Do not aspire to be Santiago. He's a moron. Aspire to be something better, something like my daughter. But please eat. So this is a spicy rojo made with chipotle peppers. This one is more of a mild green sauce. I have 6 glasses of tequila. Have you had tequila before?
I think so.
I've had it once.
Here's a
Have a-
line of salt,
minute.
a few limes. Now, I will say, I had several children because of tequila. So, would you like some music?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Jose plays the violin. Jose, and he comes back, and you can see there's blood pouring from his knuckles. He's like, "Are you done beating that gringo outside?" And he says, "Yes, abuela. Go get the violin. These lovebirds, they need music. Go." I will not disturb you anymore. Please enjoy your dinner. Eat as much as you want. You are so thin. Look at you, so pale. You look like you have not eaten in days. And she, grabs your cheek a little bit. You will eat much food, and you will tell me if it is good. And I will say the carne asada was not marinated properly, and that's fine. But if this establishment is to be successful, I'm sorry. I'm interrupting. It just.
Thank you.
It's
Thank
been
you
so
very
long
much.
since I've seen the young love. So long. I'm going to run over that gringo's head with my wheelchair. Please enjoy your dinner. And she steam putters away.
Oh, Meavis. This is the first time you've seen me blush, probably. Meavis Frey.
There's certainly an unsettled nature to Ellie before sort of right. A tequila each then?
Yes, tequila sounds like a great idea. Cheers. Sláinte.
Cheers. Drinks it. So, why the Explorers Guild?
Well, I'm an explorer. Okay, I know that's a little. They get into places I couldn't get into without them.
Yep. I get that.
Yeah, I thought you might. It's unfortunate that my least favorite member happens to be the one who founded it.
He does suck. I mean, I don't like him.
That's actually putting it very mildly, Ellie. I would love to see that man's head mounted on a wall. I mean, perhaps not literally, but he would deserve it.
You should run the Explorers Guild.
Me?
Why not?
Well, first off, the only thing that would get Cooper out of that bloody position is him dying, and I mean, most of it doesn't exist anymore, but because for stupid reasons, for getting his arm bit off by a fucking lion. Sorry, that's not very sensitive of me. I screwed that up. Fucking.
Ellie will put her hand on Meaves for a second. We can always mount his head on a wall if we ever needed to.
Yeah. Maeve looks at their hands and doesn't move it and just says, yeah, I just think he's, I just think he's an idiot. You know, he's so cruel for no reason, and I think there are plenty of reasons to be less than forgiving in this world, but hunting just to watch something die, just to prove that you're stronger than the other thing.
Sometimes I don't agree with it, but sometimes you do have to hunt stuff to kill it.
Oh, yeah. I mean that. Yeah. I mean, tracking is an actual skill, right? For a reason. The way he goes about it. I don't know, Ellie. He's just so pompous and terrible in every way. I don't understand why he couldn't be, like freaking like Carnarvon or something. Like just anyone at every British lord has a pet archaeologist. Like why was he the one that started a whole society of all of them? Sorry,
yeah.
No,
I hear it.
And of course, the time I bring you all, he's the one that's there mounting a Nephilim head on his fucking wall.
Yeah, that was intense. I mean, it was probably not the best way for us to be introduced to him.
There's no good way to be introduced to him, but there's plenty of good ways to be introduced to the Explorer Society.
Sure. Yeah.
She brought us a lot of tequila. Well, like 6 shots.
Well, to shot number 2. Someday, hopefully, you may be running the Explorers Guild. Or just comeuppance being given to who needs them.
Oh, cheers to comeuppance, for sure. Actually, that whole nonsense at the beginning, it's been a long time since I laughed like that.
Yeah, me too. Neve, it seems that you're putting on headphones. Welcome back. Whilst we're doing this, I'm going to look around.
I'm so sorry. This is out of character. What the heck?
I'm going to look around the Ortega place. How many guards are in the Ortega place?
So, Abula came in with 2 very tall men. I know you're smiling because I did not say that right. Meave is muted. That's why.
So there are 2 tall folks, right?
Yeah,
and they're
I'll answer
guarding
that.
the doors.
No, they're not even guarding the doors. Like, they locked it, and then one of them is just ripping down all these banners as Abula is like, nope, that's bullshit. Like, getting rid of the sombrero and the statue, just getting rid of all, like, the tacky nonsense. So there's not even any guards in here at this moment.
Okay.
Like, one of them's out back doing something to the previous cook, and then one of them is just tearing down decorations, and Abula is like cooking and bringing out more food.
Yeah,
in true motherly fashion.
Not to break the immersion too much, but I just want it known that when I put these headphones on, I couldn't hear anything but the background music at full volume.
Awesome.
That's
the way it goes.
It was amazing. All right, so you were going to say, my apologies.
So I think we continue eating for a little bit longer as we come towards our 3rd shots.
Yeah. There's some food. There's some food in our stomachs.
So much food. So much food.
So much food.
Yeah. Right. Well. last shot?
To what?
And Maeve pauses for a moment, and sort of like several expressions come over their face for a moment. And they just say, well, to a nice afternoon together.
To extremely pleasant company.
Okay. Sancha.
All right. This is strong stuff, by the way.
A little bit. I was going to ask you earlier, and then I got off on a tangent, as I do, about flowers. But I saw you were reading as well. What are you reading?
It is really dark.
Is it? I mean, I've read a few, you know.
Have you read the book Crime and Punishment?
No, can't say I have. That sounds kind of dark.
Yeah. It's interesting. I mean, for somebody who does a bunch of bounty hunting, it's a book about somebody plotting to do murder on someone else, and sort of it's from where I'm at, it seems like the person's going to get caught and they're kind of regretting it at this point in time. So, fascinating.
Yeah, well, I mean, sometimes even fictional literature can make us think about things, and sometimes, you know, you can learn from anywhere, really, right?
Oh, for sure. I just read, have you heard of Dorian Gray?
Yeah, I have heard of that one. It's, Eddie likes it. And I've read it because Eddie likes it. I liked it too.
It makes me sort of think about Tobias just a little bit when I was reading it.
Okay.
I don't know if you see that. I definitely was sort of...
that.
Something came up for me, you know?
Yeah. Well, sort of like how Frey... You asked me if Frey was Frankenstein the first time
Not wrong, though, right?
Well, he's clearly got several things going on at once. That was entirely vague. I mean, we know he's a half-blood Nephilim, right? And we know he's had some things repaired. Actually, I mean, I like Frey a lot, don't get me wrong, but there's a lot we don't know about Frey, right?
Yeah, he kind of freaks me out a little bit. He's super nice.
And that freaks you out,
right? Yeah, well, what does he want?
Maybe he wants to be super nice, Ellie.
Nope. That doesn't... Are you kidding me? Like, he has a motivation somehow. Like, what do you want?
I want to explore. I want to learn. I've got areas of interest I'm looking for answers from, you know?
Sure. Yeah.
I think, I don't know, this might be the tequila talking, but I think I want to be around people again. Like, I mean, I've been around people, don't get me wrong, but like, around people that know me.
Yeah.
What
Tell
about
me all
you?
about it and I'll know you.
It's not that easy, is it? Tell me all about you, Ellie. Where did you grow up? What's home like?
Shockingly, it is a little bit more easy to tell you than anyone else. Came from Wisconsin. I don't know if you know where that is.
America?
Yes. I worked in a little factory there, making iron, since I was a kid. We'd run the gauntlet and support my parents. My mom was a forewoman. My dad was a smith, you could say.
Right. Okay. Sounds like not a terrible upbringing.
No, it wasn't that bad, I'd say. Got in a lot of fights.
Right. You're scrappy. You're more than scrappy. You're strong. I kind of imagined you'd had practice at it.
Yeah. Had a lot of talks with a lot of people.
Like the talk you had with Tobias?
That one went pretty well. Tobias shockingly did well for himself in that conversation.
I gained some respect for him that night.
Do you think you would do better or worse?
Depends on if it's physical prowess only. Because if it's physical prowess only, if I had to hit you, not a chance. Not a snowball's chance in hell, Ellie. But,
Come on.
Are we gonna
stands up.
Oh, we're gonna
moves
fight
into the center of the room.
I was about to ask if we were gonna fight in the middle of this restaurant, but I feel like if we're gonna fight in the middle of any restaurant, it's this one.
That's right. It could be the tequila talking, but I just want to see what your form is. Let's do it.
I'm faster than I'm strong.
There is an explosion of a shotgun that fires into the roof as Abula says, "No fighting in my establishment!" But dancing is acceptable.
I'm not very graceful either, mumbles
Roger
me.
that. Think of this as just a little dance.
Like an angry, overzealous mama waiting to execute anyone that doesn't listen to her. She nods appreciatively and puts the shotgun in her lap and watches you both.
So Ellie will reach out. All right, get in stance.
Like a fighting stance. Okay, so we're still gonna
Put 'em
punch
up.
each other. Okay. Okay, fine. All right. And Meave like minimal has the minimal knowledge. Doesn't tuck the thumbs in at least, for God's sake. But it's just kind of like, okay.
Try
Right?
to punch me.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Maeve's gonna try to punch Ellie.
No matter how this goes, as you swing, Ellie will just dip in around it and grab and spin you slightly, and then it says, "Take another swing," as she backs up.
At what? You turns back around? Like,
As you turn back around, Ellie sort of does a slower punch, and slowly but surely, you're doing sort of a micro, very exaggerated fist fight, but that is much more of a dance than anything else.
and Neve is having a lot of fun, actually. Is a lot better already, even though Ellie's going slowly. A lot better at dodging, but than getting anywhere near hitting Ellie. Like, it's very much.
You guys laugh. You have a good time. The tequila is moving through you. There is no bill to pay. Abula Ortega insists that because you had to see this horrifying display of her family and culture, she will not take any money. And eventually you head back to the gallows. When you get there, already kind of a little loopy and whatnot, the party's still going. If you remember, in the past, Ronan was having Kit repair a piano, and now there is a pianist. And for the most part, the gallows has been kind of somber. You guys are usually the only people there, but today it's actually popping a little bit. There's a pianist playing, looking over his shoulder, smiling. There's new people in here. The bar is crowded. Frey, Toby, you guys are there. Everything's going off. Money's being spent. Food's being dropped down.
Yeah, Frey's definitely dropping the most money because he's holding the most amount of money he's ever had. He's starting to get a little cocky.
A lot of poker going on, Frey.
Yeah, he's high rolling it. He's 5 script a pop, just no problem.
Flip me a gambling check, brother.
Oh, is that a real check? And what is that based
I
off
think
of?
it is.
It's based off of it's either grace or cunning.
It's cunning.
As Frey is gambling, Meave and Ellie will arrive on the scene, right, where everyone's hanging out.
I'll
know
get
what?
back to you on that in a second.
I'm gonna keep it. It's a 5 for that gambling check.
You bet 5 script, you get like 2.5 back.
I'll take that. That's fine.
You don't lose it
Not bad.
all, but you're having a great time, man. You're but you're just not doing good. You're just not doing good, but you're having a great time.
On their way in, Meave is gonna catch Ellie's wrist for not the first time, and the first thing they say, it's almost like it was brain to mouth. They go, "There's a lot of people in there. I was kind of enjoying the peace of just you and me."
Me too. We should probably go check in with everybody, though.
Before we do, I think my accent makes it pretty clear where I'm from, across the pond. Don't have any family. Don't have anyone left. It's just me and Eddie and you all.
Well, I'm glad to be with you then.
I'm glad to. Let's go see how everyone is doing.
Let's go see what's happening.
Sounds good.
You
they step in.
immediately you go into the ragtime. The second you get in, Ronan's like shouting from across the bar, like, "I know we had a shipment of rum, man. This shit's sweet as hell, and everyone is loving it. Give them some drinks. Give them some drinks." And a few little glasses of rum are passed out to you guys.
Tequila and rum go together fine, right?
Yeah, of course.
Oh no.
And Meave like, "Fine, yeah, absolutely. Thank you."
Where's Toby?
Yeah, what's Toby up to?
Tobias, rolling in, not super, not very long before you guys. He's rolling in, putting up flyers that he made, advertising at the Star Theater. You know,
Nice.
there's a bulletin board somewhere in the bar, and he's like putting tacks on tearing other garbage away.
Is Frey
This is more important. I made this.
Frey gambling?
Talia is gambling.
Okay.
Yep.
Where's Nemo?
Where is Nemo? Ellie, as you think that to yourself, you realize like you haven't seen Nemo in like 4 days, and you didn't even notice she was gone.
I'm gonna grab Toby, who's putting up a flyer. Where's Nemo?
Ellie, what are you talking about? Nemo's right here. She's Nemo.
No one there. And you realize like, oh shit, you thought Nemo was right next to you, but you haven't seen Nemo in like 4 days.
Yeah, it's been a minute. Wasn't she with you?
No. I catch Meave's eye from across the room and just do a classic. And just mime "Where's Nemo?"
the for those of you that can't couldn't lip read, that was a "Where's Nemo?" Oh shit. And Meave is gonna down the rest of their rum and then go over to where Tobias and Ellie are.
Meave, give me a cruise check.
Oh jeez, yeah, that's
target number 11.
Okay, that's and without any pluses, that is resilience, correct?
It is.
Yes.
Okay. All right, brilliant. Let's check. Target number 11. That is a 3.
Meave turns, gets up, gets worried, and unceremoniously face plants right into the ground.
Yeah, they kind of at least roll onto their ass at this point. And they're like, oh, okay. That's a little strong. That's a little stronger than I thought.
And you drift into unconsciousness, Meave.
Meave passes out.
And
Yep.
does Frey
Celebrate a
see
little too
this?
hard.
Frey, you see this, and
Cool.
you stand up.
Yeah,
You've been here for a while. You stand up. You, I assume, make your way to Meave.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave money on the table and tip the bartender and the dealer and run over to Meave. Just Meave, you okay?
You run over to Meave. You've been here for a while. You've been drinking a lot, and your vision goes hazy. And the last thing you see is the piano player face plants into his keys and goes unconscious as your vision blacks out, and you fall right on top of Meave.
On top of me!
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Maeve's gonna die. Die.
Seeing this, I'm going to turn to Tobias.
Are you, what'd you guys drink? What happened? Where'd you guys go?
I'm going to look around. I'm going to try to find Ronan as I make my way towards Meave and Frey.
You
over there and help out, I guess.
You make your way to Ronan, who is sitting at the bar, and the second you get to the bar, a arm just drapes around your shoulder and says, "Howdy, friend. That's a nice rifle you got there, ain't it? You kill a lot of people with that?"
I turn and look at whoever it is.
Give me a target number 13 history check.
All right. History? Oh, I have history. 13? Oh, dang. I won't succeed. 7.
You don't know who the fuck this is, but they put their hand around you and your head's getting a little fuzzy right now. But they asked that question. You kill a lot of people with that?
Who's it to you?
Well, it's everything to me. Hey, and there's a couple slaps on the side of your face. And like you feel a hand grab your chin, and like you're getting real hazy. And it says, "You don't even recognize me, do you?"
I'll look closer.
It's like looking through water, man. It's all hazy, like everything's going white and black and colorful right now, and you're having a hard time keeping your eyes open. And the voice says, "You know, I almost thought that what I was doing was wrong, but you don't even fucking recognize me. Yeah. Well, any reservations? Those went right out the window. They did. Didn't even fucking recognize me. Oh, that's all right."
I'm going to make a guess for just a minute here as an Ellie. I'm just digging in the channel memory banks, right? The only name that Ellie thinks about perpetually every single day of her entire life, as she looks at this individual and she goes, "Steven?"
Who the fuck is Steven? And your head face plants onto the counter.
All right.
And you are out. And Toby, the last thing you see is Ronan goes down. And one by one, every single patron collapses and blacks out. Except for the man who was talking to Ellie.
Even me?
Yeah.
I didn't drink anything. Oh my god. Just I'm hunched over trying to push fucking Frey off of me, and then look over at Ellie, and then pass out on top.
Yeah.
So Maeve's, rib cage a little bit crushed, but it's okay.
Literally buried by two men in the least
Oh
Never
no!
Well,
Minimum broken ribs.
we'll see where you all wake up. But before we do that, and before we end tonight's glorious episode, while everyone is unconscious, and before we see what happens next, one of you has a dream. Toby,
Oh no. Oh no.
you wake up. You are in a dark, cold mine with fluorescent lights, plants hanging from the top. A familiar mine. The mine where you were imprisoned. But you are on the other side of the cage. Inside the prison is a beaten, starving, battered Colonel Jeremiah Asher. You stand on one side of the cage, looking at him, his clothes tattered, and he says, "You ain't ever gonna be good enough. Yeah, you can torture me all you want, but yeah, you ain't ever gonna defeat the guild, Toby."
Defeat the guild. I'm on this side of the cage. You're on that side of the cage. I'm looking pretty good right now.
You ain't got the balls. I had you in here and I had you practically pulling out your nails. But you're out there and you just stand looking at me, weak and pretty. That's all you are. Weak and fucking pretty.
Weak, pretty, free as a bird, and alive. I'm gonna pull out Asher's gun and shoot this man.
As you pull it out and raise it up, he's like, "You ain't got that." But before he can finish his words, boom, bullet flies into him. Blood pours out his mouth. His eyes roll back into his head, and he collapses.
That felt good. That felt good.
Didn't it? It could always be like this, Toby. I mean, you hurt my feelings. You really did. But I still want to work together, even though you betrayed my trust.
I just learned a little bit about you. I just learned a little bit about your concept, and that's we got to learn about each other if we're gonna work together. And I'm learning all kinds of things. I'm learning, my eyes are being opened up. Maybe most Neverborn just aren't that bad, I think we can work together. I think it's gonna be beautiful.
I don't think Neverborn are that bad.
Yeah.
Despite your friend, who I do not enjoy, I think they are onto something.
Hey, who?
Meave, obviously.
Maeve's not a
mean,
Neverborn.
Maeve's not a Neverborn?
Is Maeve a Neverborn?
Oh, look at the time. I have more memories to explore in your head, because you explored some of mine. Sorry, Toby. Can't talk now. Toodaloo. See you soon.
Wait. Maeve's a Neverborn. Hold up.
I never said that. Goodbye. My voice is getting lower.
Trailing away.
And that is where we will end it tonight.
Well, hell. Can we go back to the restaurant? Can we go hang out in the restaurant some longer?
It was such a good place, wasn't it? It was such a good spot.
She'll keep us safe.
I want to know how many people go to the theater after they saw my posters.
Yeah, can we get metrics on that? Can we see the percentage of participants?
I'm gonna go eat more flautas. I reject this canon.
Sorry.
It's all because Frey lost the bet.
Yeah.
That's what it was. That triggered everything.
Frey.
Yeah.
Damn it, Frey.
I gotta get better at gambling. I'm sorry.
Know what you gotta take on your next pursuit, Frey.
Yeah, I'm on it.
Wasteful.
Don't you worry.
All right. Well, That was fantastic. We want to thank everybody for joining us here tonight on another episode of Twisted Veil. There's several people we want to shout out for joining us. So shout out to Huebsch with the Tier 1 subscription. Jeremy Smart with subscription as well. Shout out to the Fey Realm with the follow, as well as the Raid coming in with 11. Shout out to all of you. Red White Roleplay with follow, Mallard Man, Crotchety Old Woman, and I think that's it. So thank you so much for following. Great names here in the chat tonight. If you want to catch more of this fantastic content from the Twisted Veil people, we're going to be on short rest this Friday, 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. Some of the Twisted Veil casts are going to be doing something. Zack's going to be there, I know for sure. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So we're going to be there Friday. That's the next time you'll be able to see the Ink and Lyre crew at 8 o'clock Central Standard Time for short rest. You can also catch us on Mondays for Fate's End. And then not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday, not tomorrow, but next Wednesday, we will have Candlekeep Mysteries over on Iron Valor. Follow us everywhere. Yeah, I think CJ's in that one. Mm-hmm. And so follow us on you can follow us on all of our socials at Ink and Lyre everywhere. Your follows and supports and just telling your friends about the show help us do what we do here. So thank you to everyone who is supporting us in any way you possibly can. I think that's it. So we will see you all next week for another episode of Twisted Veil. Oh, and we're going on a raid. I don't know yet, but we're going somewhere. Woo! Bye!